How is it going, guys? I hope you guys had a good day. Looks like we are seeing just a little bit weakness. I'm not sure if this is Corona news because there's no cases unveiled or something like that. But I feel like maybe this was, like just like a little bit too quick of a recovery, and we might have to retest like some of these levels here before we head back higher. But in general, like my watches is long. Lots of them are longs. Um, because like as long as we are not like showing actual signs of like proper breaking those levels, um, that wait let me bring that up real quick. Drawings, just the ATG levels. So like we are holding that 3369 that he called out. We held that 63 perfectly down here. So as long as those levels hold, we like there's no reason to actually start shorting. But perhaps we might like just range a little bit in the next few days. That's what I kind of feel like. But there's lots of stocks who have good setups, so I just wanted to point them out, and I'm going to go through them quick because it's a long ass list. So let's get started. Marriott, that one broke that trend line, closed just looks like it closed just under the upper Celt here, but it looks really, really nice. If this gets like some kind of pullback in the next few days, this might be, a nice long. Say if it pulls back into 150, 145, and holds, this might be a beautiful long for the breakout out of this, consolidation. Um, Let's see real quick what that level that is. That is 149. So yeah, perhaps 149, 150. That might be like a good level to see if it holds, because that was it was not the previous high. Let's just make this accurate. 149.21. That was the previous high. So potato potato. Anyway, yeah, just a pullback into that level might definitely be good. Next one, Nike. I called that one out in chat today because it popped up on my scan. Really nice, like move up here out of this consolidation, breaking that trend line as well. Probably nothing to chase right here, but if we see a pullback and a hold of that 20, aka the middle Celt, this is definitely interesting. We also get the MAs did not cross here, which would have been bearish. So that's like saved in the last minute. Next one, Netflix. Just a word of caution. Like it's ripping. It loved the earnings, but don't long this here. Like we are running right into resistance, like big resistance. That 380 to what's that? 380 to 386.50 is big. We failed here big several times. So just make sure that if you still have positions, to take profits very soon. We are also getting like in the upper ranges of this regression channel that I've drawn here. So yeah, just a word of caution. Take profits if you are long. Next one, Lockheed Martin. Really nice pullback here. This is one to watch now, for if the market wants to keep going, this might be somewhere, like a point. If we get just a little bit closer to that middle Celt, might be a point to look for a long. Next one, MDB. This is a heavily shorted stock, if I remember right, and it's coming up, like into all-time highs. It's closed over the upper Celt, closed over levels here. So another one that might be very interesting for a breakout of this. Then run into the 177 level, and then like this is just one big ass candle. So that 177.50 kind of level is almost more important to me at this point than that 184.78. Next one, DHC. If you guys saw, Teva had like stellar earnings, it seems, or just gapped up hard. And this one is kind of, like it's former VRX and kind of a sister stock in a sense. They tend to move together sometimes, or they used to back in the day. I don't know. I haven't watched them together too much recently, but I really like this flag here, and it has earnings coming up. So perhaps, and also with all the coronavirus stuff going on, this might be like one to look out for if it breaks this trend line. This looks very similar to a lot of things that we saw, like in bonds, in gold. So just those technical patterns that consolidate over like a long time consolidation area, then breaks out, comes back to retest, and now it's just gaining strength for the next move, it seems. Next one, UNH breakout. Don't buy this here. Hopefully we get a pullback. Not sure. Let me look at the intraday. Did not pull back just like the market did. So, but UNH never has a lot of after hours volume. So just something to look at for the next step. Like, like this bar looks almost exactly like that one. So we get like another pullback like this, might be worth buying. Amazon. I'm still a bit short. I covered a little bit into the close, but I'm still short. My final target is that kind of that Fibonacci level here, which is 2115. But looking at the just the technicals, the candles here, 2120 might maybe be a bit more realistic, especially in this bullish market that we are in. But if the market decides to finally pull back a little bit, this might be a nice target. Next one, Workday. Another one that like pushed, pull back a bit, push a little more, pull back a bit, and then try to sell off, but actually held the upper celt here. Like the volume is not great, but still worth mentioning. So if this is going, like you could don't front run stuff and don't just jump in, but this shows like some strength, breaks some of those levels, that 197. Then the 197 is pretty big. So and then of course the 200 right next to it. So if this gets over 200, that's definitely like something to look at. Next one, LK. We're about halfway through the list, guys. LK. As you see, I've already set an alert for this. I really like how this held these moving averages here. The next thing we want to see is the reclaim of the middle celt, and then hopefully some consolidation here, and then more upside, because this seems to become a bit of a like a hype stock as well. I mean, it's had a bit of a run, then had I think that was like there were some short sellers that, or like research companies that put out news or something. I don't remember, but now we are back, and like the candles look nice. So just watch out if this fails back below that 36 level. Definitely nothing to to mess with on the long side. Next one, AMD. AMD. What did I mean to say here? Oh yeah, like it pulled back a bit today, I guess for you guys. For me, it was yesterday. Perhaps if we could pull back just a little bit more into like some of these levels here, 53, 53.25. Hey, there you go. Yeah, that would be really nice for a long entry, because if it could just like get another breather, touch that upper celt like it likes to do, and then keep going, this might be a really nice long entry for us. Next one, another one to look out is SQ. This is consolidating here. Give it a day more for the upper curl to catch up, and then look for break of levels. Say it pulls back a little bit more here into the 79 and comes back over that 80. That's definitely a spot to look for a long. Next one, Team Atlassian. Some of these stocks have quite wide spreads, so just make sure, as I always preach, make sure to get good entries. But this one is holding above previous highs. So consolidating, but slowly, like just moving up. So once this one makes a move, I think you might want to be in it. So yeah, like now it's held over the upper kilt. If this can hold just a little bit longer, like another day, hold over the upper kilt and then break these highs at 153.70, might be very interesting as well. Next one, Oracle. This one broke the trend line that it's been having for like half a year already or something like that. Tech is booming again. So, look for a hold of that 55.64, 55, what's that? 55.70 kind of level. If we hold that, this could, like this could probably reach into, like into that 56.20 area in the next few days, and then medium term 56.70. Definitely interesting as well. Twitter. I have an order out for no, actually I did take along on this one into the close. Just a small thing I sold. Let me just look at it real quick so I can tell you guys. I thought it's 36 put and I bought a 38 call. Well, 2 to 38 calls. So really, really small. As I told you guys, I'm trying to, like just get back into the groove. It's been going well, but just don't want to overdo it. So I just sold one put. I bought 2 calls. For like that hold of that 200 after the good earnings. I think pullback is done now, and we might see a bit more upside. That's, by the way, for next week's expiration. Next one, we're almost done. Google looking good. Held that upper kilt here, held it again here. So this might just want to, don't stay in for forever, but this might just want to keep on ripping. Okay, after hours, it didn't do anything after hours, barely anything. It's currently, the last print was at 1512.5. Let's see where that is. So it's right at that point of control. So yeah, be careful, but hey, if stuff wants to rip, let it rip. Tesla. I just wanted to look at this one for real quick and look at the move that we had since that earnings gap up. So the Fibonacci levels in here that I'm looking at the most is that 709, 710 kind of area. I think that is, like if we don't break over the 795, 800 level soon, that's where I would probably like have a first short target again in this Tesla for, like if it wants to range here for a little bit. But to be honest, I'm not sure if this is done. So, like I don't think this is a pure short as it was here. Just, like if we get a pullback into the 700, I think this might be worth buying. I mean, not forever, but just for the kind of style that we trade. So yeah, just my thoughts on that one. Next one, Peloton. That one, seems to have had its little run, its little hype, and now it seems to fail at that, like lower that used to be support. Now it's resistance. After it's digested earnings, it's had like a little bit of a retrace, a little bit of a bounce, and this could, like very well have like a secondary bounce, secondary drop into 27 and then into 26 kind of area. I could absolutely see that. Let's just draw that 11, 28. Yeah, it needs to probably get below, like somewhere there, but definitely worth looking at for a short. And last one on the list, Twillo. I like how this didn't just hold the middle celt. It also held a support area here from this consolidation, like that topping pattern that we've had. So this might wanna, in the next few days, this might be worth looking at for, like a retest of that 132. Even though like this didn't seem to have taken earnings too well, but it had already been up quite a bit on the year, so profit taking into earnings is no surprise, and now it's recovered, it's back over the levels, so yeah, that's definitely something to look at for the next few days. All right, guys, I got through this as quick as I could. I tried to make this quick as I could. Not too much, I guess, education in this for today, but just what I'm looking at. I will continue putting these out at this time, which is evening for me, or after hours. I'm actually going to try to put it after hours, just I guess as a daily review. It's just more convenient for me in the New Zealand time zone, and for the daily schedule that I intend to live with in the next, like few months. So I guess forever, because I intend to stay in New Zealand. But just so you guys know, so you guys can prepare for when that video is coming out. That's how it's going to be. All right, guys, you guys have a good one. Please, if you liked the damn video, please like the damn video. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Click that little bell icon so you get reminded, get a pop-up when we post new stuff. We will be posting a lot of new stuff very soon. We have been talking. We have lots of plans. So good things are to come. So don't miss what's to come. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you at the open.